Miranda with us today from Rare FC. So I feel that you've been in a lot of ups and downs in your life. Just seeing the gist about you. So you were being selected for HAI at 16 years, but because of some reasons you couldn't have been coached properly or not the right direction. In 1997, you were the highest scorer in your college, which in the Bangalore University tournament. And then you joined the corporate industry and then hands on with the tattoo artist. And in 2014, you became the coach. And then in 2016, your startup got an award from the Economic Times. How did you have the motivation to do so?
All right. It was just this basically about being satisfied with what I do. Um, at the age of 16, when I got selected for HAL, um, that time I spoke to a lot of my senior players, but all I got was that there is no future in football and
Hmm.
it's a very hard road. So I stopped over there and I continued with my schooling and all that. Again, got the opportunity to play since I always loved football. I got selected again in Joseph's Arts and Science. Played for 2 years. First year because of senior players in the team, the first years were not given chances. So
Hmm.
that's how I missed out in getting selected the first year. However, I played the second and the final year. And in my final year, I was the top scorer for Bangalore University. But then I don't know, my coaches thought what I had long hair. He asked me to cut my hair and I'd get selected for Bangalore University team.
Hmm.
However, I did not cut my hair because growing up, most of my mentors in football had long hair, like Roberto Baggio and Ruud Gullit. These are way back in the days. I'm talking of the Inter Milan, AC Milan, Ajax, when they were the top teams. Now
Hmm.
we only talk about Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Correct.
Yeah, we don't talk about those other European teams. But then my introduction was with all those other European teams. However, I got into corporate life because way of life I had to continue.
Hmm.
Football was not giving me much of hope. I got even a call from Mahindra and Mahindra for to play I League at 21. However, I could not travel to Mumbai. Parents said I rather get a job than to go
True.
into football. Yeah, so again, I missed my Mahindra and Mahindra opportunity. Though one of my players from college was in Mahindra and Mahindra, he now plays in Bangalore division. One of my colleagues. So, so that was my small career of football. Then I got into corporate. There also, somehow we started corporate football, and I started playing there also. Um, However, it didn't click at that time that I should become a coach or improve football. Probably I didn't have the right instigation. However, when my son was 7 years and when he became big and he started seeing a lot of football and ISL started also, um, he was probably by that time he was around 8 or 9 years old. He told me, Dad, I'd like to learn football. So I went around checking for the right places. But I checked BFC and they had somewhere far away, somewhere, I think so, Belgaum or Belgavi or somewhere they have their academy.
Hmm.
And I know my son would not, the way we are bottom up, he would not stay one day in an academy with the wrong food because
Right.
he had his own choices. We've bottom up that way. So I knew he's not going to go there. And I realized that there are a lot of parents like me who have the same problem. They probably want to send their kids, but then don't have the right places. That's where it started that I should start a club where it's accessible for a lot of people.
Hmm.
Uh, we are one of the largest populations in the country.
Right.
FIFA itself has stated India is a sleeping giant of football. So if we discover the talent itself over here, um, and we have a lot of talent, it's just that we are not putting it in the right way. Now, if you look at ISL, or a lot of people say that we are not going to get the World Cup for the next 10 years. I don't believe in that. I believe in the next 5 years, if you have the right team, you'll get the World Cup. And believe me, we'll qualify in one
Yeah, so
season
those
itself.
are the factors, right? You need the right team, the right coach, the right
Uh,
motivation. We are
Now,
full of, our country is full of people.
right.
It's just the talent needs to be there out.
There are certain things which keep us as Indians. I've spoken to a few Indian players, and when I talk to them, they don't have that kind of motivation like
Correct.
a foreign player does.
True.
I'm not sure is it the money, um, and then even our coaches, they believe that a foreign coach is much better than us.
Correct.
Where I don't
Correct.
agree. I want more Indian coaches in our Indian scenario in our all our tournaments.
Hmm.
And the basic reason is um now we as a country used to play football, and we have a certain culture, our food habits, our genetics. There is a lot of things which is actually there from years over the years. It's probably 100+ years that
Hmm.
we've been like that, and our generations to generation we've been like that. Now today, if a foreigner coach comes and says, "No, no, you have to eat broccoli and brown bread," I'm
Correct.
not very sure if my engine, which I have been doing for the last 20 years, eating the same roti, dal, rice, and whatever you say. Okay. Uh, I don't think so. It's going to agree with the brown bread and the broccoli, and just because you told me, right?
Correct.
So we have to get into genetics. We have to see all that. Our coaches have to start believing in themselves, not always thinking that a foreigner knows better.
Hmm. Hmm.
If you go to see back in 1950, we used to play against France and lose probably 1-0 with them. Those were the top teams. France, Italy were the top teams back in the days in the 1950s. We used to invite them back home, and we used to play probably barefoot and still give such a great performance. And I don't think so at that time there was nutrition, or we had a foreign coach. We had all Indian coaches.
Hmm. True.
We had all Indian players, and we have some of the coaches who say that we have to change our ways. Yes, we have to change our ways, but first we need to build a bridge between our culture, our food habits, and the new technology and everything. Once we build that bridge and we cross over, then we can get into what people are talking. Okay, so if we start building that bridge, then only it's going to work out. Now,
Correct.
that's why I got the concept of a football club. Because I realized of all these reasons, I started making a plan of where are we actually using the money.
Hmm.
Everyone says infrastructure, manpower, people to maintain. Why don't you think it as football with a parallel career? Most of my players, they also are coaches. They also have other interests. Like one person is doing his journalism, so he's going to take care of the media for the club. One guy is taking care of is in the hotel industry. He's going to take care of the cafeteria.
Hmm.
So like that, I'm making parallel careers for my players. Now I don't have to go out and say, oh, I need a CEO, I need a coach, I
Correct.
need this,
Correct.
I need that. I don't have to hire more people.
Hmm.
Yeah. But now about infrastructure, they're saying no, no, we have to put, we have to keep it for so many years. I don't think so. Our All India Football Federation is so wonderful. They are so understanding that they give you the leeway of not actually having it on as ownership. You can have it on contract. So why aren't the clubs actually doing all that and generating money from the academies? Now, if
Hmm.
you see from 1950 till now, none of the clubs had any academy. That's where they do not get money. They say they are a 100-year-old club. They have been there from back in the days. They
Hmm.
have 100-year-old rivalry. There are so many talks they give. But then what did you do?
Correct.
You didn't
Correct.
get investors from outside.
Hmm.
You didn't market your club. You did not show where is the profit. You did not do anything. So I took all these reasons of what these guys are giving reason and excuses of not having the right club and right team. And I made a properly foolproof plan where I know that the club can sustain even if there is no income, but there should be rotation.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
there should not be profit.
Hmm.
See, right now I have run this cup past 6 years. I don't have profits as such, but then there is a rotation. I still
Hmm.
have 20 players. I have a junior team. The academy runs. I take contracts. I hire arenas. I do all that. it's not profitable is because I have not invested the chunk of the money like everyone does.
True.
Okay. So once I got that concept, I made it ready. I went to Economic Times. One of my friends said, "Yours is a startup event. Why don't you try it with startup this, with a crowdfunding?" So I
Hmm.
went over there and I got it done. But then I realized, oh, people like Byju's, the owner of Byju's, he was one of the panelists, and I got the third place out of 50 startups in Bangalore.
Hmm.
I fought with a Bitcoin and an online application for garments, and I was the third place for, and I was the only sports concept as a startup.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, there was no one else in my category as such. But then I showed people where you can actually make the money, and if there are venture capitalists, they have a way out. They want to stick to the club, they can stick to the club. So I had all these options. But however, the panelists, they caught me and they told me, be careful of who you're going to get into this, because tomorrow they can remove you and probably put you into just operations and have another CEO. So
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
when I took a step back and I said, no, 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 this is not what I want to do. And that's why I didn't go for the final round. I was supposed to go for the final round in Delhi, but I did not go is because I said it's not worth it. So I know for a fact tomorrow if I go to any startup event, I'm sure I'm going to win, because now after that event, I tweaked a few more things which I knew which I'm going to have problems with. Other things what I did was I made sure that I got my licenses, because I want to be the
Hmm.
technical
Hmm.
director. I want to do everything and make sure that we are self-sufficient.
Correct.
The idea is the club should be self-sufficient first, then we
True.
can
True.
think about the profit, and then we can think about going on further.
Hmm.
So when I got all these information, then now I got everything sorted out. Then I tied up with school. So everything is a step-by-step process with me. I'm
Yeah.
probably very slow. I'm at snail's pace, but I know I'm going to reach where I'm going to reach. And believe me, what clubs are talking that we are going to reach World Cup in 2034. I don't think so. If
Hmm.
God wishes and I get the right funding, I'm expecting to be there in probably 2030 or 2026.
I wish you
Yeah.
all the best. I'm waiting to see you there.
I have the right team. That's why I struggled so long. See, most of the teams, if you look at ISL to any of our Indian league, most of the players are there, but they don't have heart.
True.
Most of the
True.
players are selected from academies. Now, players selected from academies, parents are actually paying the money.
Hmm.
So when the parents are actually paying the money, that guy knows I am going to get an opportunity. Okay, I have guys who will never get an opportunity in their life. So
Correct.
this is like a boon for them.
Hmm.
Okay, and I'm giving them the right ways to actually get a career, make money, so they can start their house teams. They don't have to go work other places. Like in
That's what
Bangalore,
it
our
is
tournaments
in
are
India,
so
right?
bad
People feel that in
that our
sports.
players,
Hmm. Hmm. I'm saying that's what the people feel. The mindset in
exactly in India,
Hmm.
exactly that's what my parents also did. So the whole actual funda was what I went through with my parents. These guys should not be. Yeah,
True. True.
they also need to carry heart. If they don't have heart, see,
You
I
can't
as a
reach
coach,
there.
I know exactly. I as a coach, technically skill, I can develop, I can make him practice, I can do everything, but I cannot give him a heart to play the game, and
Hmm.
that's what is lacking in most of the teams in throughout Indian competitions. You see anywhere, right from baby leagues to I League to ISL, it's all the same.
Correct. And I
Yeah.
wanted to ask that how did you enter the TAL league?
Okay. Now what happened was I started playing. Now I knew as a coach there will be a few times that players are going to ask me, coach, show me how to kick the ball. Coach, show me how to do this. So I thought I need to get physically fit. So I
True.
started getting myself ready. Once I got myself ready, I actually wanted to join one of the teams in TAL. There was some of my friends who already were playing in TAL. So they told me, you can play for us. So when they said I can play for them, then I thought, why can't I have a team? If I can play for them, I can make my own team. I don't know. There is a heart to win in that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's an individual. It's a team bonding, but then each player has that heart that they have to win. They have to put their best performance. It's not that they are playing for someone else. They're playing
For
individually for themselves.
themselves. Yes.
Exactly. So that's why the heart is there, and because that heart is there, the competition is higher. Now the same heart we don't see in division is because the players are not sure that, oh, am I going to be in this club next year? They are thrown out. They
Hmm.
play only 3 months, and then they ask to fend for themselves, which is not correct. Now, if the clubs take it a little serious and say, okay, let me spend a little money for the next 3 years on the players and give them one year contract and do something to rotate these guys' money, even part time, something they should do. If they do something like that way, then these guys are going to stick. Once they're going to stick, then the teams are going to stay. There is going to be
Hmm. Hmm.
continuity.
Correct.
If
Correct.
there is
Right.
continuity in the teams, then only there is going to be. Yes, you can change one, two players, three players, maximum five players. You can change. But then if you're going to change half the team itself, you're not going to get the same performance. See,
Hmm.
that's what been happening to most of our teams which are going from our state to second division I League. What happens is they go and get another 10 players from another state and try to add to our team, which has already won and have already synchronized with each other. Then they divide the team again. And then
True.
in 1 month, they expect to give performances, which is not
That's not
possible.
possible. Right. Right.
Exactly. So the coaches have to learn to believe in their players and say, okay, these guys bought me from the state to the national league. These guys will take me higher. But then the coaches don't have that, and that's where I'm going to make those changes. Where I'm not going to change, or I'm not going to get players from outside. I'm probably going to use players from Karnataka. If you see Bangalore FC, we say Bangalore FC, but there is no player from Bangalore.
Hmm. True.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I
even
feel the coach needs his heart to his team as well. It's not just the players, but the coach needs to see that the players are his kids and not just an
uh,
asset to him.
see, a coach cannot have that personal relationship because sometimes he's going to throw you out. He's going to substitute you. He's going to
Hmm.
bench you. So you can't have that personal contact. So uh, I'm very personal with these guys, with my players. But then when it becomes a personal, like they're sick or they're injured, I don't go see them at the hospital.
Hmm. Hmm. Right.
I tell them that's not my job. Yeah. So now if I make that personal contact, it becomes difficult officially. So we can't have that personal contact. Another thing is most of the coaches I have seen, they say they know it all and they don't accept any feedback from their players. Now, if their player talks back to them, they bench the guy. I talk to my players and I find out from them, okay, this is the difficulty you're having in that position. Why? You tell me. Then I tell him how he needs to make that adjustment, how he needs to change his game. But I don't think so. Other coaches are having these talks. The theory part is not being happening with our Indian players. We are doing the physical part of it. We're not doing the theory. If we start doing the theory part of it, I think so it will work more wonders than what our coaches are doing, just taking them to the gym, making them go swim,
Hmm. Hmm.
making them do sessions on the ground. It's not going to work because the theory part is missing. Half our players don't even know the position what they're playing. The
True.
foreigners expect most of our players to know those positions is because
Hmm.
they have come across kids who have come from academies, who have learned the positions, who know that okay, if I want you to play an attacking midfield or a defensive midfield or a box to box midfield or a wing kind of a midfielder. So those coaches already know that okay, if I tell the player, he knows it. But here in India, we have not been taught. We've been taught only 4-4-2, 4-3-3. These are the
Hmm.
only two formations everyone plays. And none of the other players even know what has to be done. They say because their favorite player is playing right winger because Ronaldo is playing that. I also want to play that, but
Hmm.
they
Hmm.
don't know what is he doing in that position.
Correct.
They are saying yes, that midfielder in the midfield, I want to be like him. Casemiro, I want to be like him. But then they don't know what is he doing, what is his actual job in the game.
Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
if we start explaining to the players the tactical part of it, where the coaches are not doing it, I have gone and sat for even, I think so, PFC, some of the training schedules, and I've seen that there is no communication between the coach and the he might talk and have fun because the crowd is there, but then apart from that, when nobody's watching, he has no interaction with the players.
True.
It's
True.
all it becomes contract, contract, contract. So
Hmm.
I'm not sure, but I'm hoping that I will be one of the competitions for them this year. Hopefully, I'll be playing in division for C division, and I'm also going to have an under 17 team. So two
Hmm. Hmm.
teams should be able to um, what I'm trying to show in football for Indian football will come out at least in the state for now, and then later on, if
Fingers crossed.
God,
Hopefully.
yes, fingers crossed. I also am an approved super division club. I also got an approval from KSFA for a super division team. So I'm all actually on the way to getting everything. I just need to get the finances in place, and I think so everything should be working out fine.
And how have you been motivating your son? So if your son takes the same field
Uh,
from
about the
leaving.
COVID, about the COVID time, I've given all my boys a break. I'm a little different. The reason being is I do not know what shoes he's going to be wearing. I don't know if the ball has the right air. I
Hmm.
don't know what ground surface he's going to be using. So I don't ask my players to practice at home because all this counts. Weight
True.
of the player,
Correct.
how much weight I'm putting on the legs, what is he wearing, what is the equipment, does the ball have the right air, is it shaped correctly? So all these things will actually. So I've given them holiday and I've told them enjoy yourself.
Hmm.
Don't do
Hmm.
anything because once you come back, I'm going to grind you. So all
That's
my
that's
players are
what
very
people
happy.
need in a coach. That's what people need in a coach.
Yeah, so they know I grind them in training, and but when I'm partying, they also know it's complete party. There is no two ways about it. I let them go off their diet. I tell them to do whatever they want.
Hmm.
There is no restrictions in the holiday. Once they come back into recovery, then it's all grilling time, and then their diet comes into place. So everyone is the same. Right from my son to all my players, they're all my sons. They all, some of them treat me like a father rather than they talk to me more than their own parents. They get injured, they come to me.
Yeah.
They have a problem with their friends, they come to me. So I'm not only a coach, I'm like their mentor, I'm their guide, I'm their advisor. Uh, they even ask me for sometimes personal things also. They come and talk to me. Sometimes if they have girlfriend issues, they come to me, the senior players. Um, I have a few married boys also in my team. So all of them are there. I have right from age 27, 30 onwards, right till so I have a wide range of kids. I have been hiding them from all academies. I've not been asking them to join any academy because of the fright that the coaches will spoil them. I have done a nice base. I've done the base foundation properly, and I've kept it. And I've told them, please do not spoil it and go to any other coach or an academy. So most of my players are all mine. They've been with me for nearly minimum 3 years. All my players. So
Great.
that's
Great.
what I'm looking at continuity, so that these guys play with each other and they're friends more than you know
Hmm. Hmm.
teammates.
Right. Right. Thank you
So
so much. It was a great interview. I learned a lot from you.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
And I'm waiting to see you out there in 2030.
Hopefully this year
Hope.
division.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Uh, you're welcome. Bye.
Bye bye.